Chapter 3 Design, UFC 3 210-9. Chapter 3 Design Services. Pre-design services, design services, civil base design, civil base design, BOD. Basis of the design. General, identify the governing codes criteria, including the federal military handbook being used with the design reference may be noted for the latest section listed below, including the reference title, date of the publication, basis of the design, adequate narrative, the description, design, logic, assumptions show adherence to the scope of the work, existing conditions, include the following: describe the general site topographically, vegetation site with graphically light with wooden brush, describe existing site features, weather, verify with existing footing, the foundation, steam pits, etc. Exists, describing existing soil conditions, describe existing utilities, including site of the type of the general location, discussing impact of that is in the future project they have on utility systems. Identify predominant terrain features, including any required downstream improvements. State whether the field of the survey has been coordinated with the delineate indicated with the party that have been notified of the presence of the wetlands are actively involved in this issue. To verify the endangered species inhabited area. Identify, describe existing traffic patterns on the and around the site. Provide horizontal, vertical datums on other pertinent survey information. Geotechnical, describe existing soil conditions, addressing geotechnical investigation status findings reports as applicable. Describe the geotechnical investigation program, the recommendation for the site of the preparation, pavement design, including the geotechnical report as an appendix of the basis of the design, and indicate the known soil contamination issue connected with the site. Demolition. Discuss the demolition view of the civil issue only with a typical 1.53 or 5 feet outside of the building line. Identify all the buildings slated to be demolished by the building number. Generally describe the structure for the type if it's one-story frame or two-story block, etc. Building specified what should be included under the architectural building and design of the building of the design. Describe the pavement of the demolition, including the existing pavement section described underground overhead of the utility demolition relocation. Abandonment, describe other features to be removed, play equipment and fencing, etc. New site work. Describe new building and its function with respect to the civil issue for the vehicle, ingress, the egress, the pedestrian movement, etc. Address internal function for the under the architectural base for the design. Describe the pedestrian access. Identify the number of the parking spaces, including the stall, age, width, describe the handicap access in and around the site of the number of the site of the handicap parking spaces. Identify the physical security requirements such as the intrusion detection. Provisions, fencing, type of the height, and the lighting requirements also identify the anti-terrorism standoff, the distance requirement with the specific site, with the conditions identify the vehicle type of the expected on a project site, not understanding of the vehicle size, the weight, identify the design, wheel load, define the projected traffic volume, define the new pavement, the type of the selection for airfield pavement, discuss the design of the parameters, include the pavement that you have to lose, loading design life, adopt the design methodology to be used, the availability of the materials anticipated with the construction possibility, impacts construction may have the airfield operation, how routes, closure, etc. for the railroad, state the type of the surface of which the railroad track will be provided, anticipated volume of the type of the traffic, the ruling grade of the maximum curvature of the described proposed type of the source, thickness of the ballast, weight of the rail and source, and treatment of the dimension of the ties. Suitable design. Identify the possible reuse of the material with the crushed pavement, etc. Provide an update with the LEED checklist. The checklist must include the progressive toward with obtaining the minimum LEED rating required for the request for proposal. The higher LEED rating established by the contractor during the post-award kickoff meeting describes how the site work of the civil work design submittal incorporates the sustaining design feature to achieve the LED prerequisite credits. Grading. Define the minimum longitudinal transverse slope to be used for the concrete bituminous of asphalt pavement. The dishes gutter to indicate the 100-year flood. The evaluation of respect of the logic of the datum to indicate the projected finished floor. Evaluation for each of the facility to be constructed. Discuss whether the earthwork cuts and the fiddles will be balanced into suitable borrow materials that available locally. Options for the disposal access for the cutout material. Verify existence of the base of the borrow source and base landfill and whether or not it is not available for disposal. Water supply. The state design parameters include the domestic fire flow with the residual pressure for the recent flow of the test average facility anticipated the demand to determine the water main supply line with the side of the capacity, identify the connection points, identify the connection methods, identify whether the existing infrastructure has the capability of supporting the project, identify the requirements for the backflow, projection of the freeze protection, identify the need for the metering, identify the need for the booster pump, the pressure reducing valve, identify the level of fire protection required for the building, identify the number of the fire hydrants required for the latest fire protection criteria, state number of the new hydrants, provide the number of the wells, and provided proposed pump rates. Water supply treatment. Identify the completed study, but briefly describe the recommendation process, note the deviation for the study, state size, the elevation, the capacity, etc. for the reservoir treatment units for the pumping station, well pumps, etc. Stationary sanitary sewer. Describe the waste stream, whether it is from the domestic industrial source, include the source of any hazardous substance, and identify the design population peak of the average flow of the state, whether the sewer will be gravitated with the force main, identify the pre-treatment requirement for the solution, state minimum pipe slope, velocity, identify the special insulation requirement for the state and the new pipe side for the capacity, identify the pump station type of the wet, dry, all type of the pump, and the pump capacity, the type of the total dynamic height of the horsepower, telemetry requirement, the capability of the existing on-base some backup power requirements assumed with the responsible type of the activity personnel consult. The activity is whether the existing system is operating at a nearer capacity, the adequacy of the existing system to handle the current of the future flows. Wastewater treatment. Wastewater treatment identify the completion of the treatable study. For the brief, describe the recommended process, noted deviation for the treatable study, define impact of the stream consideration, and cooling water discharge on the sewer pipe of the treatment plan for the air, and an estimated cost of the distributing of the treatment with additional loading. Storm drainage for the system. Identify the receiving water classification, if applicable, storm frequency, C factors, discuss adequacy of existing storm system, and effect for the downstream facility, and in system discuss whether the existing system will require upgrades, and identify use for the collection system, the sheet flow, describe materials and pipe size, describe how the upstream flow for the impact of this will be handled. Stormwater management. Stormwater management. Describe the best management practices to approach the stormwater management, discuss compliance with the activity, state, and local requirements, erosion sediment control. Erosion sediment control, identify total distributed area acreage, discuss the erodibility of soil device and methods to be used in the control erosion sediment laws for the protection device for the outfalls. Discuss compliance with the activity, state, and local requirements. Environmental permits, identify the permits necessary with the both of the construction and operational facility. Identify the fees associated each with the permit with the submitted with the PROD form of the basis of the design. Refer to Chapter 3 for the paragraph 3-4 for the more information. Anti-terrorism, and identify the type of the building. Can discuss minimum standoff distance, control parameter, parking the roadway, the trash containers, or other buildings. Discuss unobstructed space to drive up, drop off, and access road site planning, and any special concerns to discuss how the site plan layout meets the anti-terrorism standard. The discussion shall be handled with the control of the information per applicable to requirements of the Navy Instruction 5110.36. At minimum, the information shall be retrieved the FOUO. In some cases, the higher level of the information control classifications may be warranted. Specifications: C section UFC 1300-09 design procedures. Calculation. Provide calculation in accordance with the UFC 1300-09 and provide design calculation payment. The utility system calculation must be designed and sealed by the professional engineer of the project. Shall include with the irrigation system provide with the following irrigation calculation: calculation of the valve at the highest elevation, calculation of the valve at the lowest elevation, calculation of the valve at the highest gallon per minute or gallon per hour, calculation valve for the lowest gallon per minute and gallon per hour, calculation sheet indicated with the valve sequence number, the total gallon per hour or gallon per minute, the evaluation valve water meter, the higher irrigation rating, and the emitter with the total friction loss of the head through an all irrigation equipment, the piping, the operation PSI with the irrigation head with the emitter with the residual PSI. Civil drawings. Drawings must be D-size drawings and provide north of away, and then graphic scales on all applicable drawings. Final drawings must be signed and sealed by a licensed civil engineer. See appendix for the regional requirement to prefer geographical scales. Refer to the UFC 1300-N. Cover sheet, the drawing index, vicinity map, location map, plan, abbreviation, legend, notes, other civil sheet, cover sheet, drawing, indication, vicinity map, location, abbreviation, legend, note, and other first civil sheet. Generally, if the project is not a civil engineering lead, assure that the following items are coordinated with the lead discipline responsible for the covering sheet. The general development map, the vicinity of the location of the map, identify the specific project with being designed, ensure the street name of the main gate, the public works, the office base are identified, ensure the task is legible and plotted scale with the removal of extraneous lines. The vicinity map must identify the activity of the and have enough main highway names and street names to allow the out-of-town contractor to locate at the work. Location plan must also the contractor define with the project for the base, generally with the good place for the show, of the laydown area of the haul route, for any of the construction traffic routing restriction and off the side of the benchmark location. Provide an adequate amount of the street names to allow the coordination between the vicinity of the map of the construction plan. General desirable to show the vicinity map of location plan on the cover sheet along with the project title with the coordinate with the ROC and CC activity laydown area. The standard details abbreviation legend general notes for the specific project being the design. Provide a signal civil legend on one sheet, variable sheet C001 project the near title Waters shall datum sketch indicating the project vertical datum relationship to range and tide other important datums. Demolition plan, including the following information: the demolition, clear the show what is to be demolished in an appropriate scale with the coordinate edit legend to the match with the demolition plan, indicate the beginning and the ending points of the utility, removal of the method of the plugging pipe, the cap of the brick of the mortar, etc. Show location of the valve to be used. The isolation work show limit of the pavement, the removal of the pavement thickness, describe the existing of the detailed supplemental description if necessary to indicate the depth of the pavement, basis to allow the uniform contractor bids, provide a sequence of demolition if necessary, include any of the work requirement with the continuous operation, limited shutdown requirements. These must be identified with the special scheduling paragraph of the specification. Now show any items that are being demolished for the current project with the subsequent civil plans and sheet. Show locations of all erosion sediments and control items and erosion sediment show erosion control detailed on the drawing. Refer to the applicable details of state erosion sediment control handbook. The manual verify the erosion control legend and edit with the clear with the coordinate with the drawing. Provide a tree project with the detail with the existing trees which are provided during the construction. All trees are not amenable to the same with the barrier fence application for the consultant, registered landscape architect, the state certified arborist, or as minimum show the following. 4-foot high safety orange plastic barrier fence with a middle of the 4x4 wood stakes are at 8 feet on center space and continuous load around the trees drip line unless otherwise directed with the certified arborist. If the trees are in a group or cluster, use only one fence to surround the entire cluster. Site plan. Include the following information. Site plan. Show all the new above ground features with the adequate layout and data with existing above ground features after the demolition has occurred. Label the baseline to be used with the project layout with the construction baseline opposed with the survey baseline. Provide a paid layout dimension for the construction baseline and to readily identify the easily established alignment in the field, including a horizontal control point location and description. Use coordinate with the layout purpose to discourage, however, their use may be considered on a case-to-case basis. Contact civil review with approval prior to the project submittal, showing the areas required for the pavement, the patching, repair for the new pavement, and provide with the pavement joint plan for the rigid pavement, and to include the separate pavement marking plan for the airfield projects. Eliminate extraneous items with the may conject the drawing of the contours, elevations, etc. Retract the layout information. Show the location of any additional erosion and sediment control items not already included with the demolition plan. Control of the erosion sediment notes and the details of the legend. Indicate all the trees and plant material to be remained and provide the statement of the concerning location of the soil bearing and soil information. Water sanitary sewer plan. Include the following information. Water sewer sanitary plan 24 through 3244. Indicate whether the new location will be made with the wet tap of the sleeve of the valve with the be dry connection shell, the nearest valve of the system, the isolation ladder in this case, indicating known scheduling issue with the special scheduling paragraph that is for the specification. Indicate surface materials, grass, bituminous, concrete, etc. Provide a number of letters for each of the sanitary structure. Water fittings so that the plans for files are easily coordinated with the labeling system must be clearly distinct from the use of the storm drain system and preferable distinct with the labels to be usually on their other utility system, electrical, etc. Provide manhole rim with inverted elevation pipe slope, the pipe diameter, the pipe material, and profile provided with the indicating slope of the profile sheets. Do not provide the on-plan sheets. Form water treatment plans provided with the detailed process and instrumental diagram. Water storm sanitary sewer profiles include the following information. Show the profiles where needed with the clarified to avoid potential conflicts with such profile requirements of the EFD silver view and to include the structural top piping invert and elevation slope of the length and diameter of all new gravity lines. Coordinate the structure number of the plan sheet with the reference of the plan sheet with the pipe instructions are shown. Show and label existing the new surface of the material of the concrete pads, the curb, the roads, the transverse, the new lines. Accurately show the depth of the existing pavement. Show label all the crossing utility lines, both existing and new, and the depth of the existing utilities are known. Indicate the horizontal location of the utility. Indicate the vertical location line with the representing the anticipated range of the elevation where the utility will be found in the field. Indicate the method of the new utility installation routing above and below the complex concrete encasement and pressure pipe, etc. Grading and drainage plan. Include the following information. Provide the existing spot elevation, existing contours, all intervals, including indicating the existing drainage pattern. Provide new spot elevation, new contours with appropriate to clear. Indicate new grading and drainage patterns. New spot elevation contours must be easily distinguishable and fine from existing. Include where the new grading ties the existing grade limits. Verify the new walker and the new block existing adjacent drainage. Show all the benchmarks of the TBMs, otherwise the vertical control or datum notes on this plan. Show the finished floor of the elevation of the grading plans. Do not show the finished floor elevation of the architectural structural plans in order to avoid conflicts. Coordinate the adjacent exterior grading with the architectural structural plans to ensure the positive drainage patterns away from the building. Verify the slopes indicated with the plans if they're suitable for the surface material involved with the earth slope of the bituminous plan, pavements and concrete pavements. Consider if these slopes are maintainable for the surface for the life of the facility. Coordinate the landscape plans L sheath to prevent newer plantings of the blocking site drainage. Provide the number of the letters of each of the drainage structures so that the plan provides are easily coordinated with erosion sediment control details should be shown. Site utility details. Incorporate details as follows. If applicable, edit and update the standard detail to provide with the EFD civil reviewer to apply with the particular and conditional requirements of the project. Detail the items shown by the construction standard of the Department of Transportation, other agency within the state with which the project will be built, and otherwise and other appropriate local commercial standards required on the plan for the conform the requirements of UFC 1300-09N for the details section. Soil boring logs. Soil boring logs. Provided the soil boring logs are part of the drawing, the information for the drawings must include the soil boring plotted location summary of the lab test result, the groundwater observations, and site preparation detail with note as applicable. Post-design services. Post-design services. As-built. As-built. Revised contract documentation reflected as the as-built condition denote the change from the original design in accordance with the direction of the engineering and charge. Alright, Appendix A. References to Appendix A with the FCL2, the Government Publication, the Department of Defense, UFC 1-200-01, General Building Requirements, UFC Criteria, UFC 1-300-09, Design Procedures, UFC 3-100-10, 9N Architectural, UFC 3-220-01 Geotechnical Engineering Procedure for the Foundation Design and Building and Structures, UFC 3-230-18 FA General Provisions Geometrical Design Road, Streets, Walks, and Open Storage Areas, UFC 3-240-02 Design Wastewater Treatment System Augmentation Handbook, UFC 3-250-1055 FA Pavement Design for the Road, Street, and Walk with Open Storage Areas, UFC 3-260-01 Design Airfield Helicopter Plan and Design, UFC 3-260-02 Pavement Design Airfields, UFC 3-260-03 Design Airfield Pavement Evaluation, UFC 3-270-01 Operation and Maintenance Asphalt Maintenance and Repair, UFC 3-270-02 Operation Maintenance Asphalt Crack Repair, UFC 3-270-03 Operation Maintenance Concrete Crack Partial Depth Spall Repair, UFC 3-270-04 Operation Concrete Repair, UFC 270-05 Operation Pavement Paver Control Concrete Surface Area Pavement Conditions Index, UFC 3-270-06 Operation Maintenance Pavement Asphalt Surface Airfield and Pavement Conditions, UFC 3-270-07 Operation Maintenance Airfield Damage Repair, UFC 310-01 Design Load Assumption for the Buildings, UFC 3-600-01 Design Fire Protection Engineering Facility, UFC 4-01-001 Design Anti-Terrorism Standard for the Buildings, UFC 4-022-01 Security Engineering Entry Control Facility Access Control Points, USA Architectural Barriers Tax Accessible Standards. Alright, Department of the Air Force, AFI 321042 Standard for the Marking Airfields, ETL 9401 Standard Airfield Pavement Marking Scheme, the Department of Army, TM 59234 Marking of Army Airfield Helicopter Facility, EM 1110-1 1003 Navy Star Global Positioning System Surveying, EM 1110-1004 Geodetical Control Surveying, EM 1010-1005 Topographical Surveying, Department of the Navy Pavements, EM 5.4 MCP 553014 Marine Corps Physical Security Program Management, Military Handbook 1005-7A Water Supply System 1999 changed 1st January 21st January 24th 2001. Military Handbook 1013-1A Design Guidelines for Physical Security of Facilities. Military Handbook 1013-10 Design Guideline for Security, Fencing, Gates, and Barriers Guard Facilities. Military 1013-14 Selection of Application of Vehicle Barriers. Navy Air Force 5150 AAA2. Navy Fact Instruction 98301. Navy Instruction 551036. Operational Navy is 5530. 14C Navy Physical Security Plant Manual, P-80 planning criteria of the Naval Marine Corps Shore Installation P-83. Facility planning criteria of the Navy Marine Corps Installation Appendix E Airfield Safety Clearances January 1982. UG 2031 SHR User Guide on Protection Against Terrorist Vehicle Bombs. Electronic Bid Solicitation Manual Policy and Procedures. Federal Aviation Administration AC 1553401 marking paved areas on airports. United States Department of Transportation Federal Highway Administration FHWA NHI 01021 Urban Drainage Design Manual 2001 Manual of Uniform Traffic Control Devices CD latest edition. Non-governmental publication American Association of State Highway Transportation Officers Policy Geometrical Design Highways and Street latest edition. American Concrete Piping Association Concrete Pipe Design Manual. American Iron Steel Institute Modern Sewer Design. American Waterwork Association MWWA M17 Installation Field Testing Maintenance for Fire Hydrants. AWWA M23 PVC Pipe Design Installation. AWWA M41 Ductile Iron Pipe and Fittings. Ductile Iron Pipe and Research Association, the rust restrained design of the ductile iron pipe, recommended standard for the waterworks, recommended standards for water waste facilities. The McGraw-Hill Company's Pump Handbook, 3rd edition, Igor J. Karasik, ETAL, 2001. National Fire Protection Agency, NFPA 291, Fire Flow Testing, Marking of Hydrants. Public Technology, Suitable Technical Manual, Green Building Design, Construction Operation, Public Technology, including U.S. Green Building Council. Submersible wastewater pump, submersible sewage pumping system. Association SWPA, or Submersible Water Pump Association Handbook, Second Edition, 1997. Handbook PVC Pipe Design Construction, 2001. Uni TR 697 PVC Forest Main Design. Water Environmental Federation Design Wastewater Storm Water Pumping Station Manual Practices FT4 1993. Alright, Appendix B, Best Practices, Grading and Storm Drainage Systems, Underground Storm Drains, Material Selection, Reinforced Concrete Pipe, for the design material parameters, refer to the latest edition, Concrete Pipe Design Material Manual, Corrugated Aluminum Steel Pipe for the design parameters of the corrugated steel, refer to the latest edition modern sewer. Design Polyvinyl Chloride PVC for the design parameters. See with the latest edition handbook of the PVC pipe design construction. High density polyethanol pipe for design parameters. Site manufacturing information concerning the design and construction. Stormwater management facility. Consult local jurisdictional regulations standard typical of stormwater management procedure for the have been determined for the successful the project location. Water distribution system. Refer to the design manual standard for the American Water Works for the association applicable to the project material selection. Polyvinyl chloride pipe for the design parameters, including the restraint latest edition handbook, the PVC pipe design construction manual P23, PVC pipe design installation, ductile iron pipe design parameters, including the thrust restraint, see latest edition PM manual PM41 ductile iron pipe and fittings, high density polyethanol pipe, design parameters for the pipe manufacturer information concerning the design and construction wastewater collection system. Further, the manuals practice prepared with the Water Environmental Federation as applicable to the project. 131 minimum slope. Required minimum slope of 100 millimeters, 4 inches, 150 millimeters, 6-inch sewer laterals of it. 1.4 meters or 100 meters, 4 to 6 inches sewer laterals is 100 feet intervals. Pump station system, the wastewater storm pump system. Station for the design wastewater for the stormwater pumping station, wastewater submersible pump station for the submerged sewage pump system handbook. Piping polyvinyl chloride PVC for the design parameters, including the restraint. See the latest edition handbook. PVC pipe design instruction. Uni TR 697 PVC force main design manual PM23 PVC pipe design installation. 1412 ductile iron part of the design parameters include the thrust restraint. See the latest edition manual M41 ductile iron pipe and fittings. Flexible rigid pavement available for airfield pavements and repair maintenance. Repair maintenance for the airfield pavements are covered in the UFC 3270 airfield pipe pavement markings, additional military reference including AFI 321042 standard for the marking airfields, ETL 9401 standard airfield pavement marking schemes, Federal Aviation Administration AC 150-5340 J1J standard airport markings. Road Street, open storage areas, the repair maintenance of the pavement that are covered by the UFC 3-270-01, UFC 3-270-02, UFC 3-270-03, UFC 3-270-04, UFC 3-270-07. These UFCs will be focused on the airfield application for the universal application. And that concludes your Unified Criteria Final Draft Civil Engineering.